Okay, so we're going to start lying on our backs. And go ahead and set the block just above your head, and then where you can reach it. And then go ahead and find a constructive rest. Feet wide, knees dropping in on one another, eyes closing, shoulders drawing down away from the ears, tailbone lengthening. Just before changing anything, just simply take a minute to notice. To notice how you've shown up. Notice any sensations in your body. Notice any thoughts in your mind. Notice your breath. And then consciously start to bring your attention to deepening that breath, starting to feel that deep, long inhale and exhale in and out through the nose, finding your ujjayi breath. Take a moment to feel the earth beneath you, those points of contact, whatever is making contact with the earth. Feel the texture, feel the temperature. And then feel into the space around you. And then go ahead and let your hands come up to your ribs with the thumbs wrapping around the back and the four fingers wrapping around the front of the ribs. And let the shoulders be soft and the elbows just resting on the earth. We're going to go for an even inhale and exhale count of 5. So go ahead and exhale wherever you are. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2. Feel for breathing into the back as well as the side and the front. 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4. Feel the ribs drawing together. 3, 2. At the bottom, draw the navel down, up and in. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax the hands to the belly, but keep the breath. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just continue in that rhythmic breath in and out, losing the count, but staying with the even breath. Maybe the breath becomes even a little bit deeper as you've made some space. And then go ahead and set any intentions you want to set for today's practice. Separate the knees and go ahead and just gently windshield wiper them side to side. The arms can come into a loose cactus. They can be out by your side, but make sure you have space for your knees to drop. Inhale as you come through center and exhale as you drop to the side. And then on the next time you drop both knees to the right, pause there. Engage your left glute and send your left knee to the end of the mat. And then take your left arm up on the floor above you. Take the right hand and grab the left wrist and just gently pull that left arm to the end of the mat and send your left knee to the other end of the mat and then amp up the breath. Take a big breath in your left side. And exhale, soften the arms, draw the knees back up, and inhale, drop the knees up and over to the left. Find that engagement in the right glute as you lengthen your right knee towards the end of the mat. Keep the legs active. And then take the right wrist in the left hand and inhale, just stretch it up. So you're reaching the hand and the knee away from one another, stretching your ribs and your hips away from one another. And then exhale and soften. Here, go ahead and bring the knees back up here. Hug the knees into the chest and wide. Grab onto each knee and just take them towards your shoulders so you're nice and wide here, and then rock gently across the low back. Keep some energy in the toes. And then bring the knees together. Release the left leg up to the sky and take the right hand, or the left hand, both hands interlaced around the right knee. Hug it in towards the right shoulder. And then point this left foot and start to extend it out and away from you. Notice if the thigh wants to roll up or down, and try and find that neutral position of the leg so that the knee is straight up and down, and just let that leg hover right above the floor. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, draw the knee and draw the belly. Good. And then from here, inhale, take the right leg up and the left knee in. Exhale, lower the left leg down as you pull, the right leg down as you pull the left knee in. Again, notice that thigh rolling up or down, neutralize it. So probably a little inner rotation of that right thigh. And then we're going to switch on the exhale. So take an inhale here, stretch the right leg long, hug the left knee in, and then exhale and switch. Keep the low back down. Exhale and switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. One more time. Exhale and switch. Good, keep that right leg hovering. Now extend your left leg to hover too, so you're in this L shape, and slide your hands behind your head and your neck. Take an inhale here. Now your right leg could be foot on the floor, leg on the floor, anywhere in between that feels more appropriate. You want to keep your back anchored, and then exhale, curl your head and shoulders up. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, take the right elbow towards that left knee, but stretch the left leg up and let there be some space between your chin and your chest. Good. And then bring your right leg up, and exhale, take your right leg down. And bring your right leg up, and take the right leg down. One more time. Bring it up. Take it down. Inhale to neutral. Let the weight of the head drop back into the hands, and then let the left leg come to meet your right. And then bring the right leg up. And exhale the left elbow to the right knee. And lift the left leg. And exhale, lower. And lift. Keep the low back anchored. And lower one more time. Lift. And lower. Good. And come back to center. Take the right leg down to meet the left. Good. Hug both knees in. Release your head and your shoulders down. Good. Now take that block that's up above your head, and if you don't have the block, you're just going to imagine that you do, and you'll keep your hands about that shoulder distance block width. Okay, so set it long ways right between the palms of the hands, and find some energy like you're pushing that block together. Take the legs, let's start with the knees bent. Pull your navel to your spine and your back down, and then exhale, start to curl your head and shoulders up. If you can, you're trying to keep your arms by your ears and the block pressing together, okay? This might already be lots of work. You can always have your feet on the ground, or straighten up the legs and then start to lower them. Find that hollow position. Press into the hands, extend out through the legs, press down to your belly and your back. Lift the head and shoulders a little bit more. Hold it, 3, 2, and release your head and your shoulders. Hug the knees in. Take the block now and set it the medium width between your feet or your ankles, or even your calf, wherever it's going to feel the most steady. So you're not going to drop it. And then bring some energy between your legs. Take the hands and interlace them opposite between the head and the neck. Inhale here. Exhale, curl your head and shoulders up, lengthen your tailbone, anchor your navel down, and then start to lower your legs. And again, your knees can be bent, totally fine. Find that hollow position here, squeezing the block between the legs. Breathe. Good. Now legs come up. Reach for the block. Set it between the hands, lower down. Bring the legs and the arms up, set it between the legs, lower down. Come back up. Switch which way you grab the block. So left in front, right behind, and lower down. Come on up. Set it in between the legs. Lower down. Come on up. Switch which hand comes on top. Lower down one more time. Bring it up. Lower down. Last time. Switch the hands. Lower down and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and all the way down. Bend the knees right in close to your sits bones. Take the block now, set it right between your thighs. Narrow or medium width so that your knees stay in line with your hips. Lengthen your tailbone. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, just peel your hips up. So you want it wide enough that you can press into it without the knees being narrower than your hips or wider than your hips. So squeeze the inner thighs together and then feel as if you're rolling them towards the floor. So you're sending the block towards the floor. Press into the tripod in both of the feet and drag the heels back as you lengthen the tailbone through the knees. Glutes turned on, hamstrings turned on. Breathe into your belly, breathe into the front of the thighs. Stay long in your tailbone. And then exhale and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Go ahead and take that block, set it right behind your head at the top of the mat again. Draw the knees in and slide the hands behind the thighs and start to rock yourself front to back. And you can roll side to side. You know your options. Good. And then you're going to come all the way up, cross over at the ankles, and land in your tabletop. So find that stacking of the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Spread the fingers, wrap the biceps forward, and start to find cat-cow here. Just stretch out the belly as you inhale. Exhale, stretch out the back body. Find that rhythmic, even inhale and exhale again, and connect it to this movement of your cat-cow. And you can move organically. You can stay in this cat-cow. You can circle the hips or the head, just kind of move in a way that feels good, where you're still breathing and connected to that. Okay, on the next inhale, find neutral spine. On the exhale, take the right ear towards the right shoulder, and then the right ear and shoulder towards the right hip, and the right hip towards your shoulder. So think like a C curve in that spine. You're kind of squeezing the right oblique, but then you're bowing out the left ribs. Press into the left hand to pressure left ribs out to the left. Inhale, neutral your spine. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, left ear and shoulder and hip come together. Squeeze hip and shoulder towards one another, and then press in your right hand and bow out your right ribs a little bit. Keep the belly engaged and the tailbone long, so you're not splaying out the ribs even though we're in this different position. And then inhale back to center. Good. Now shoulders stacked right over the wrists, spin the biceps forward, pull the belly and the ribs and lengthen your tailbone. Step your right leg back and then the left and find high plank. Now walk the big toes to touch. Press into the earth so you're broad in the upper back. Squeeze your inner thighs together and lengthen your tailbone and pull your belly in. Keep the hands evenly rooted on the earth and the chest facing, and then exhale, roll to the outer edge of the left foot. Now press your left ribs up into the right. Left hip up into the right, but keep the right hand down. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the outer edge of the right foot. Again, press your right waist into the left, right ribs and hip up to the left, but left hand stays down. And inhale back to center. Exhale, lift up to downward facing dog and separate the feet to hip distance now. Keep spinning the biceps forward. Take a big inhale, press in your hands and your feet, lift your tailbone. And then lift up high onto your toes. So lift your heels, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, press in your hands, send your ribs towards your thigh bones. Keep spinning the triceps in. And then as you exhale, send both heels down. Then inhale, lift up again on the toes, on the heels, and on the exhale, spin to the left. So outer edge of the left, inner edge of the right, and then exhale and bow out your right ribs. Lift your hips like down dog side bend. Inhale back to center, keep the heels lifted. Exhale, spin to the right, press into the left ribs. Bow out the left ribs. Inhale back to center. Good, and then exhale, set your knees down. Tent up onto your fingertips and walk the hands forward. Keep spinning the biceps up and the triceps in, and then send your heart to the earth, your chin, your forehead to the floor, and keep your hips over your knees. Keep energy in those hands, pressing your fingertips down and spinning the triceps in. And then every inhale stretches your side body a little bit longer. Keep the belly tone, the ribs hugging in. And exhale, melt the heart to the earth. And the next exhale, send your hips all the way back to your heels. Take one arm and then the other arm back. Find embryo pose for a breath. And then roll yourself up, set your fingertips to the mat, lift up and curl the toes under. And then on the exhale, just roll over your feet slowly, sending the heels towards the earth. Take an inhale, feel your spine lengthen, energy in your fingertips. And then on the exhale, press in your hands and your feet, lift your hips. Find a forward fold. Keep the knees pretty soft and the head heavy. Breathe for a moment. Keep the hands on the floor, take them into the elbow creases and let your upper body sway side to side with the head heavy. Good, and then find neutral, slide your hands to your thighs. Inhale, extend the heart forward, draw the shoulders back, turn on the back here, pull the ribs in and the belly in. And then exhale and melt over the thighs, head releases down. 2 more times like that. Inhale, extend the heart forward, crown forward, belly and ribs in. Feel your spinal muscles turn on. Exhale, melt down. Last time, inhale, get as long as you can. Side body long, heart extending, crown extending, neck long. Exhale and fold. Fingertips to the earth. Start to bend the knees, look forward. Walk as far out as you can on your fingertips. When you need to flatten your hands, you do it, no big deal, until you find down dog. Maybe you land all the way there on your fingertips, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. Go with what works. Then everyone flatten the hands. Inhale, take your right leg and reach it back and up. And on the exhale, take the right knee to the outer right arm. Let's go for the elbow-ish. Lower down to the wrist. And then exhale, pull it up. One more time. Inhale, lower to the wrist. Exhale, pull it up. Send it all the way back. Inhale. And then exhale, look to your right thumb. Set your right foot there. Keep the left knee up and the right knee stacked over the ankle. Left hand on fingertips on block or on the floor, and take your right arm to the sky. Big inhale, press into the left hand, reach up through the right, and then draw your outer right hip back and tuck it in just a little bit. Back of the left thigh lifted. And then on the exhale, press back through your heel and set your knee down. And then reach your right arm back and look back towards your thumb or your fingers. And then exhale and peel your left heel up and grab for the outer edge of the foot. Take an inhale, lift your heart, and as you exhale, spin your shoulders back. Draw your heel to your bum and your elbow in. Spin the heart open. Energy in the toes. Right leg is hugging in. Inner edge of the right foot is anchored. Good, and then gently release that left leg. Right hand comes right back down to the outside of the right foot. Lift back up, runner's lunge. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, we go right back, 3-legged dog. Inhale. This time, spin your right hip on top of your left. Bend your knee. And then press into both arms. So your chest is drawing towards your thighs and your knees lifting towards the sky. You can circle out the knee here if that feels good. You can stay right where you are. Breathing. Okay. Extend the legs square, the hips, and set the foot down. Inhale forward to high plank. Keep the feet hip distance and the hands anchored. Exhale, feet to the left. Lift. Left ribs into right. Left hip into right. Inhale back to center and exhale to the right. Same thing, right ribs up, Inhale back to center. This time knees down, heart forward, shoulders back, elbows in, lower down. Okay, extend those legs, anchor them down, and then extend the heart and lift it up. Shoulders back and elbows tuck, and then hover your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. And then exhale, lower to the earth. Take an inhale here. We're going to press through an extended child's pose, so press to your hands all the way back. Keep the hands long, hips heavy. Take an inhale, and then exhale, land in downward facing dog. And pause there for a breath. Okay, from down dog, inhale, take your left leg back and up. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lower it down to the wrist, and exhale, pull it up. Inhale, lower it down, and exhale, pull it up. And then inhale, send it back. Exhale, bring it towards the chest, and look to your left thumb and set it there. Knee stacking over the ankle, right leg long and active. Right hand's gonna stay down. Inhale, float your left arm up for an easy twist. Press down, reach up, and then draw that left hip back and tuck the sit bone in. And then press your right heel back so that leg's really long, and then set the knee down. And then exhale, reach back through your left arm, take your gaze to follow and curl your right foot up, grab for the outer edge of the foot. Take an inhale, lift your heart, spin your shoulders back and down, curl your heel to your bum, and spin open. Deep breaths. Good. And then release the foot, set the hand back to frame the foot, curl the right toes under, and lift up, inhale. Hands down, exhale, take it back, three-legged dog. Then bend the knee or spin the hip open and then bend the knee. Press into both hands and breathe into that left side. Again, you can circle here. You can stay right in the stillness. Extend the leg, square the hip, and set the foot down. Inhale, forward to high plank. Big toes touch. Exhale, spin to the outer edge of the left foot. This time, right hand stays down, or fingertips, or side plank, you choose. But same thing, lift the left hip up into the right. Okay, right hand down, back through high plank, inhale. Exhale, spin to the other side. Again, left fingertips can be down, or left hand can reach up, or the hands can be even. And then high plank, take an inhale. With or without the knees, heart forward, elbows in, lower down. Okay. From here, take your block, set it behind you so it kind of lands on your bum, but between the palms of the hands. Extend your legs back, anchor them. Draw the shoulders back and down, and then extend the arms long. As you inhale, reach your heart forward, lift it up. As you exhale, press your palms into the block and extend it back. Good, and then grip the edges of the block and pull the block apart and peel your heart up a little bit more, but let the neck stay long. Lower down. Take the block back around to the front of the mat. Set your hands down, inhale. Exhale, last time through this extended child's pose. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog, or you can stay in down dog, in child's pose, you choose. 3 more breaths. Okay, next inhale, look to your hands. The bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or maybe float your feet forward. Land with them hip distance in parallel. Soften the knees, take an inhale, hands to your thighs, and extend the heart forward. And then exhale, fold all the way in. Grab that block right between the palms of the hands. Bend your knees, pull your belly in, and inhale, roll up to stand. Now you have the block between your hands.
From here, inhale, stretch the arms up, stretch the block up. Feet are hip distance in parallel. Arms are basically shoulder distance. Press into your block. Find that isometric contraction. And then inhale and stretch up through your arms. Keep pressing into the block. Pull into your belly, pull into your ribs. And then exhale, reach up and over to the left. Keep pressing your hands into the block. Again, if you don't have the block, no big deal. You're just extending your arms. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, now let your hips travel out to the left a bit. Keep pressing your palms into the block. And then inhale back up to center. We're gonna go to the same side, but this time don't let your hips travel. Keep your hips right over your ankles. Take a little bit more straight here. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale up and over to the right. Press your hands into the block. Press your hip out to the left. Squeeze. Ribs in, belly in, shoulders and hips forward. And then inhale back up. Hip stays over the ankle this time, and exhale just the upper body. And inhale right back up. Good. Hold on to the block with one hand. Swing it around behind you. Press the palms of the hands into the block. Shoulders back. Palms squeeze, and then extend the arms. Squeeze. Press into the block. It's hard. Breathe here. Good, now grab the edges of the block again, pull it apart until your shoulder blades roll down and in together. Now your ribs might splay out here, so pull them in and pull the belly in. Take an inhale, lift your heart, extend, keep trying to rip that block apart. Maybe look up, but you don't have to. And then exhale, soften your knees, belly in, heart forward, hinge. Lift your shoulders up away from your ears and let your head drop. And then exhale, set the block to the sacrum, set it back to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend your heart forward. Exhale, walk it back, downward facing dog. Okay. Inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up. Exhale, bring it through for warrior one. Before you come up, grab your block, sit your left heel down and inhale, rise up. Block between the palms again. Hips squaring sort of to the front. They're more towards the left corner of your mat, and that's fine. But feel for drawing your outer right hip back, pressing into the outer edge of the left foot and lifting your pelvic floor, lifting your belly, lifting your heart and your fingers, and then pressing the palms together. Okay. From here, inhale, stretch the arms up, and as you exhale, reach your arms and your block up and over to the left. Keep pressing into your right foot, pressing into your left foot, bending into your right knee. Belly in, ribs in. Good, inhale, right back up. Exhale, straighten that front leg, pick up your back heel, and just angle it a little bit more forward, so less than 45 degrees. For pyramid, lift the kneecaps, you can soften the knees, and then as you inhale, send your hips back and your heart forward. And if this feels like too much on your back, no big deal. Set your block down and put your hands to the floor. But if you can, you're extending forward. Kneecaps are super strong, so you're not hyperextending in those knees. The pressure's not in the back of the knees, strong in the legs. Good. Inhale, come back up, bend into your front knee, lift your back heel. And then on the exhale, go ahead and set your block to the floor. It's medium height, and lift your back leg up. So you just have a little bit of height here for your warrior three. Good. And then set your foot hip distance in parallel. Block stays there. Soften the knees. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk it back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, take your left leg back and up. And exhale, bring it all the way through for warrior one on this side. Grab your block and inhale, stand up. Bend into the front knee, press into the back foot, and squeeze that block together. Pull your low belly up and in so your tailbone lengthens and that right hip flexor opens a little bit more. From here, inhale, stretch the arms up, press the palms together, and then exhale, take the arms up and over to the left. Breathe into that whole right side body. Keep action in the arms, but relax the neck. Inhale, back upright. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Again, adjust your back foot as you need to so you can square the hips a little more forward. Lift the kneecaps, even soften them a little bit, and then exhale and hinge forward. Really strong in the belly. Pull the belly up to the spine. Extend, extend, extend. And then we're gonna just go right from here. Exhale, bend the front knee, lift the back heel, set the block down, medium height. Inhale, get long again. Exhale, just pop that right leg back and up. And then adjust the block so it's more under your shoulders. And then exhale, set that right foot down. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart. Exhale, and fold. From here, inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, we're gonna step back to high plank or float back, you choose. Hold there and inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Okay, take the block. Meet your long waist between the palms of the hands again. Arms stay forward. Anchor the legs, anchor the pelvis, lift the belly, and then inhale, heart forward and arms forward and up. Good, keep squeezing the block together. Keep pressing the feet down, lifting the belly. And then grab the block with your left hand, take it around your body. Take the right hand back, grab the ends of the block, squeeze them, lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, right hand holds the block, bring it around in front, press the hands together. Keep the belly lifting, other way. Right hand grabs the block, take it around behind you. Left hand grabs, pull the block apart. Then release, left hand takes it, brings it around in front, extends and lowers it. Hands under the shoulders, head to the floor. Inhale through the nose, exhale, let it out the mouth. Ha. Let that go. Then from here, either press your hands and knees or reverse your chaturanga. On the exhale, we transition back to downward facing dog. We're gonna hold there for 5 breaths. You can stay in child's pose or return to child's pose if you prefer. Okay, we're gonna add on to that series. So inhale, look to the hands. If you're not in down dog, meet us there. The bottom of the exhale, step walk or float the feet forward. Feet can come together, big toes touching, heels slightly separated. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, rise up, roll up or unhinge, you choose. Lift your heart to the sky, lift the arms to the sky. Gaze up if that works, and then exhale. Hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Okay. Let's add on. Inhale, sit down, Utkatasana, chair pose. Belly in, tailbone long, ribs in, heart lifted. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift, lengthen, halfway. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bring it forward, warrior one. Set the feet up, grab the block. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, draw that left hip forward and then hinge. Okay, from here, inhale, come back up, bend into that knee, lift the back heel. Exhale, reach forward. You have a choice to return to the block on the floor or keep it up in the air and rise up warrior 3 right here. Okay, we're gonna set our feet into warrior 2. So if your hands are down, reach back to your left leg, bend into your front knee, and set that foot at an angle with a back arch lining up with your front heel. And then heart comes to the long side of the mat and the block still between the hands. If you need your hands there to get there, adjust as you need to. Bend into the front knee and open it up. Take an inhale. Okay. Then exhale, start to reach through your hands up and over to the right. Pressing the outer edge of that left foot, open the right knee. Breathe. And then inhale back up. Exhale, straighten that front leg or keep a little bend, but not as deep as warrior two. Think Trikonasana triangle. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, send your left hip back like someone's kicking into your right hip, and then reach your ribs, waist forward. Good. And then let your right hand take the block and set it all the way down. Take your left arm to the sky and let the block land either outside or inside the leg, whichever feels better, but spin your heart up. Bend that front knee so you're in an extended side angle and send your left arm right over your ear. And then you can either keep your hand on the block or strong, strong belly, hover the hand like you're holding a big beach ball and breathe. So it's a little deeper now. Okay, right hand comes to the block, left arm straight up. We're moving into half moon. Look to the floor, take the block with you. Take an inhale. Send the block in front into the outside of that left foot and then lift right on up. Left foot, excuse me. Yeah, left foot is lifted and flexing. Left arm extending to the sky. Then take your left arm, reach it over your ear. These are all options. Feel the whole left side body get super long. Try not to let that leg dangle. It's active. You're pressing out through the heel. Options, keep the right hand on the block. Or soften your standing leg a bit, hover your hand, or maybe even take it up like you're holding that big beach ball. Good. Right hand down, left hand down, spin your hip down and set it down for a pyramid. A more traditional pyramid, hands on the floor or grab that block and set your hands to your block. Shorten your stances a little bit shorter. Inhale, the heart is forward, and exhale, you're folding. Nice work, you guys. That's a lot of work. Take a moment and just breathe here. Okay. Bend into your front knee. Move the block to the front of the mat. Set your hands down. Exhale, step it back through high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower to your belly. And then inhale, take Sphinx pose. Elbows right under the shoulders. Palms flat, legs long and active and anchored, and then drag your heart forward and up, shoulders back and down. Just let the neck be neutral. Should feel really good on the belly and the back. And then exhale, ribs in, belly in, hips lift, thighs lift, curl the ribs and the hips together. Let the head stay in line with the spine. Pull your navel up to your spine. And exhale, lower thighs, hips, belly, low ribs, and you'll scoop forward. Make a pillow with your hands and set your forehead to your hands. Bend the knees and widen them and windshield wiper the feet side to side. So if you're feeling any kind of anything in your low back that's not agreeing with you, all of that extended block stuff from side angle can be a lot of work on the low back if you're not engaging your core. So if you're feeling anything at all, try it without a block next time, or think about engaging the core even more, and I'll keep cueing that. Hands under the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Choose your transition. Okay. Same thing, other side. Inhale the left leg up. And exhale, bring it through for warrior one. Grab your block on your way up and come on up. Inhale, stretch up tall, bend into the knee. And then exhale, straighten that little front leg pretty much. Kneecaps lift, belly in. Take an inhale, stretch up tall. And as you exhale, hinge forward, reach forward. Spine long, no rounding in the spine. And then inhale, upright. Lift the back heel, bend into that front knee a little bit and stretch forward, inhale. Options to take the block down or keep it up as you exhale, warrior three. Okay, then from here we go into that warrior two. So bend into that front knee, reach, 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 set it so that the back arch and front heel align and your hips face the long side of the mat. And then adjust as you need to get the proper distance between your feet. Inhale, stretch up tall here, bend into the knee and open it. And as you exhale, reach up and over to the left, over that left leg, press into your right, press into the blocks. And then inhale back up, straighten the front leg pretty much, but there will still be a little bend in it. And then exhale, kick your right hip back, your left hip into your right, and reach your arms forward again. Keep the shoulders squaring forward, the hips squaring forward, that left sit bones tucking under the low belly, super strong. Good, and then let the left hand take the block, let the right hand come up, and the left hand take the block to the floor, tall waves. Good. Inhale, triangle pose. The front leg can straighten a little bit more, but don't lock it out. Keep it active. And then exhale, bend into your front knee till the knee lands over the ankle. Take the right arm and reach it over your ear, and then spin your ribs open. Okay, feel your pelvic floor and your low belly get really strong. Decide if you're gonna take that left hand off the block. Maybe it's just gonna hover fingertips, or maybe you're gonna come for that beach ball. And then left hand back to the block and right hand back up. Take an inhale. Look to the floor. We're going for a half moon. Right hand can come onto the hip or can stay up. Lift up onto the back toes and then shift yourself forward. Take the block with you. Half moon. Right leg is lifted. Foot is flexing. Hips are stacked and shoulders are stacked. And then right arm up. Take a moment here. Check in with that standing leg. Make sure it's active. Then right arm can reach over the ear, and maybe you stay right here and just feel this stretch through the whole right side body from the heel to the fingertips. Maybe you hover that left hand off the block, and maybe you even take it into that beach ball hold. Beautiful. Left hand comes back down, right arm comes back up, and then on the exhale, square your hip down, set your foot down, find your pyramid pose. Use your block or not. But inhale the heart forward, the kneecaps lifted in the outer left hip back. And then exhale and hinge it. And find your breath steady in and out. Okay, from here, set that block in front of the mat, bend the knee, walk it back to high plank, take an inhale, and exhale to your belly. Slide the elbows forward for Sphinx pose. Right under the shoulders, forearms parallel, elbows can be slightly forward of the shoulders. And then lift your heart, drag it up. And then exhale, lift your ribs, lift your belly, lift your hips and lift your thighs. Curl the ribs and the hips together. This time curl your toes under and lift the knees. Breathe here. Now, take your right forearm parallel to the top of the mat, and then roll onto the right side. So you can stack your feet, you can keep your left hand kickstanding, you can stagger your feet, you can stack them, you can stack the arms. So all those options. You can use this front foot as a kickstand to help lift you. Choose one that works. And then we're just gonna roll through center, take this left arm and set it down, and roll right on over to the other side. Whatever option works. And this time when you come down, come through center, set the right elbow under the shoulder and the forearm forward. Move that left one to meet it. Knees down, thighs, hips, belly, ribs. Inhale, heart lifts. Make a pillow again. Set the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, and windshield wiper the feet. Go ahead and set the feet down, set the hands under the shoulders, inhale. And on the exhale, we're gonna move through a wide knee child's pose. So big toes together, knees wide, sit your hips to your heels, sink your heart through, let your head come down. And then lift up on your fingertips and walk the hands forward. And then inhale and take them up and over to the right, stretch your arms out, out, out. And then exhale, roll the outer shoulders down to protract the shoulders and then roll the left side down to the earth. And then big breath there. Inhale, walk back through center and over to the other side. Again, exhale, wrap the outer shoulders towards the floor and then the right side towards the earth. And then inhale back to center. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and on the bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or float the feet forward. Landing with the big toes touching, heels slightly separated. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time on the inhale, sit into chair pose, lift the heart. Exhale, sit a little deeper, and then inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Really makes you guys. Okay. Inhale, stretch the arms up, lift the heart, lift the gaze, open the whole front of the body. And then on the exhale, take a big swan dive. Extend that wingspan, lead with the heart, come on down. Bend your knees and wrap your arms around the back of the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need to, so you're dropping onto the heels. And then as you exhale, just let the legs start to straighten and the head hang. And your knees might not straighten at all, no big deal. But find a little compression here. And breathe. Good, and then release the hands to the thighs and inhale, stand forward, exhale, walk it back, down dog. From down dog, set the knees down and land in tabletop. Inhale, float your right arm up, and on the exhale, thread it through. Take the back of the right arm and press it into the earth. Take the left hand and gently roll yourself back. And then maybe you take your left leg back and roll back a little bit more, but keep pressing into the back of that right arm, all the way to the hand. And then go ahead and set the knee down if it's up. Left hand helps you up as you inhale, float the right arm up, and then exhale. Set it down. Other side. Inhale, float your left arm up. And exhale. Thread it through. Again, once you land on the side of the head, press to the back of the arm, back of the hand. Right hand kickstands you to lean back. Right leg can extend to intensify that if you want. Steady breath in and out. And then set the knee down if it's up, right hand down, inhale, left arm floats up, exhale, float it through. From here, curl your toes under, walk your hands back again and roll back over the feet again. And then we're gonna come to sit. So you can walk your hands behind you to sit, or you can extend your arms out in front of you to sit. And then from here, go ahead and extend both legs out in front of you, extend both arms up, and exhale, just find a little forward fold. Let your hands meet wherever they meet. Maybe it's next to your legs, on your shins, your ankles, maybe it's grabbing the feet, but relax the shoulders, flex the feet, and breathe. And then from your inhale and roll up. Take your left leg and cross it over your right to the foot's flat. I mean, either you're going to keep this right leg extended or bend it and tuck the heel next to your outer hip, but make sure both sits bones can be down on the ground. And then take the right hand behind you to, take the left hand behind you to kickstand and stretch your right arm up tall. As you do that, press into the left foot, inhale. And then on the exhale, draw the belly in and rotate to the left. And then on the exhale, set the elbow outside the thigh. Inhale, lift, or wrap your arm around it if that's more accessible. Exhale, find the rotation. Inhale, find the length. Every breath. Good, and then inhale and unwind that. If the bottom leg is extended, go ahead and keep it there. And you're just gonna heel toe your top foot out to the left, to the right, till the knees come stacked. And then if your foot's bent, you can move it a little bit further forward. You wanna find your sits bones even and your heels outside your hips, all 10 toes flexing. Breathe into your hips here. Inhale, stretch your arms wide. And on the exhale, take your right arm on top of your left and either grab your shoulders, thumb and pinky, or palm to palm, but find your eagle arms. Lift the elbows in line with the shoulders, drop the shoulders down and back and get the neck really long here. And then press your elbows together, press your palms together, squeeze your thighs together, spread your fingers and your toes, and inhale, sit up really tall. Good, and then gently unwind the arms, just set them down in front of you and exhale, fold over the legs. Relax the shoulders, you can let your head drop and breathe. And then inhale, roll up. Set the hands behind you now, shoulders roll back, unwind the legs and just let the feet come, the knees come bent. Inhale, lift your heart, draw your shoulder blades together, tuck your elbows and maybe even look up. Think like a little baby back bend. Keep the belly really strong. And then come upright and extend the legs. Take the right leg over the top now. Couldn't remember which one we did. Extend that left leg. Either here or you're tucking that other leg next to your hip. Set that right foot flat to the ground. Take your right hand behind you to kickstand. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. Get nice and tall. And then exhale, belly in as you rotate to the right. Set the elbow outside the thigh. Take another inhale. Sits bones anchor down. Crown reaches up. And then exhale, belly in as you rotate. Every breath, use the inhale to create that length, that space. And the exhale to hug to the midline and find that rotation. So you really want to engage the muscles around the spine as it rotates. Good. And then inhale and unwind. And again, if that bottom leg is extended, keep it there. Just take your right foot out to the left and move the heels. I kind of like to come up and situate my sits bones even here. Inhale, sit up tall, extend the arms wide, and on the exhale, left arm on top of the right for eagle or whatever variation is working for you today. Squeeze the elbows together, drop the shoulders. Take an inhale, sit up tall here, squeeze the thighs and breathe. And then go ahead and unwind the arms, set them down, and exhale, fold over the legs, keep your bones down. And then inhale, walk yourself up. Take the hands behind you, shoulders back, heart lifts, unwind the legs, set them down. Find that little kind of baby back bend. And then exhale and extend the legs. Extend the arms and roll yourself down. Good. Once you come down to the ground, hug both knees in. Take the arms wide. Take the hips over to the right. And then exhale and take the knees towards the left elbow. And then roll the back of the right shoulder down as you send your right hip away from your chest. And then you can straighten out this right leg or even both legs if that feels good. But keep sending that hip away from you and anchoring the right shoulder down. Think about rolling your right ribs to the earth and the left side of the belly to the earth. Go ahead and unwind that. Set your feet down, side the hips over to the left now. Draw the knees into the chest and exhale, drop them to the right elbow. Take an inhale. Feel your spine get long, your tailbone lengthen, then exhale. Roll the back of the left shoulder down, the left hip away from the chest, and then maybe extend one or both legs. And then unwind that. Set the feet down, realign the hips with the shoulders. For our final pose, we're going to find a fish pose. Actually, we're going to find a fish pose variation. So we're going to do Supta Baddha with the arms pinned under us, which we've done before. If you know you don't like that, you might take your block and set it at the back of the heart so you get kind of this nice gentle heart opening. Otherwise, set yourself up for bridge. Draw the shoulders down from the ears, lengthen your tailbone and roll up.
Then interlace the hands underneath you and roll your shoulders underneath you. Press into the outer edges of the arms so you get nice and long here. Then make a fist with your hands. Keep the shoulders pinned under you and lower down. Then walk the feet in and together and let the knees drop open. And maybe you even grab your ankles and you find a little bind here. You can also take a more traditional fish with your legs extended instead of in Supta Baddha Konasana. But what we want is our heart opening, the chest opening. Eyes closed wherever you are and breathe. We'll just be here for 3 more breaths. Just settle in. And then to come out of this, just unwind, unroll off of one arm, unroll off of the other. Try and keep the legs in Supta Baddha Konasana if that's okay. And let the hands return to the ribs or to the belly if you feel like you've got that sensation. This time we'll inhale for 5 and exhale for 7. Exhale wherever you are. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Sip in a little bit more air. Get as full as you can. And then soften in the throat and the shoulders and the face. And this time on the exhale, slowly release it out the mouth as if you're deflating a balloon. Let the arms extend by your side. Let the legs extend. So at the bottom of the exhale, you're fully landed in your final resting pose, Shavasana or corpse pose. And then take a moment to adjust your body. Maybe you need to shake it out a little bit, rock it out a little bit, lengthen the tailbone, the neck, whatever you need to do, make those adjustments so that you can settle in, letting go of all the effort. Did a lot of work in this class. Let your body take this time to integrate all that energy. And then finally, just let your whole being rest in Shavasana.
Weightless by M. Claire. We are like the turtle who moves along the cracked earth, unable to look up, although it knows the sun exists. We carry the lifetime's burden of our personality like an apology. We search for a way to somehow see the stars or turn ourselves into the phoenix of truth. Yet for all our prayers, there is only the ground and our barren earth of self-reclamations. But finally, someone steps into our path. Finally, someone speaks, the one word we need to lift us up, to carry us, destined and deserving to the water's edge, to our ocean home where the lover's scent was left, where the arms of the waves caress where we glide, weightless beneath the shell. A moment to feel your body send yourself love and gratitude. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness for all beings. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a wonderful week next week. And I will see you when I return.